I just feel like the spiritual awakening that is happening on this earth is such an act of God, is such an ordained season. And the mere fact that the government and the powers that be, the people in the big wig, the people in the upper echelons, they know and they realize it, and that's why this whole New Testament or Bible verbiage banned is actually taking place, because they know that they have to hide the truth from us. That's how y'all know that the truth is found in the Word of God. With everything that people say concerning different Bible versions, but it's been written over and over again. I can't stand that. But this is how you know that there is power in the Word of God. Because out of every book, every religious book, all of a sudden now they have a problem with specific verbiage, and now they want to relate it to things such as things that has been created in the world now, the obstacles that has been created with Jewish people and all these other things that has taken place. This generation is such a bold generation. This generation has walked in so much boldness, so much truth. Although we do have a lot of obstacles weighing against us, there is a lot of people that is standing up for the truth. I've never seen young people as bold in their faith as I've seen in this season, in this era, in this generation. And it's only going to intensify. It will, just like I think it was called Albury revival. Even those moments like that will intensify the closer we get to the coming of Christ. As we dive into the history of the country of Israel, there is a lot of untruth. There's a lot of things that I'm not gonna go into on this video, but there's so much to that whole country that just makes you wonder, especially with the climate of the wars and things that are taking place now. To be honest, I've never seen the power of God so, so persistent in this season after lost people like never before. That just shows you the love of God. It shows us how much God truly do care for every single person on this earth. God is using who he can. He's using every avenue besides social media to reach people who are literally lost. It appears that the world is attacking all of those things. That's why TikTok is a big thing. You don't see too many people talking about God on Facebook or Instagram like you do on this app, on Instagram, on TikTok. But there is like a whole revival that is happening on TikTok. And it's not even you landing on a For You page of Christianity. It is literally just in TikTok, the word of God and people preaching about Jesus and just talking about God. Now you have now you have the government trying to come after different scriptures in the Bible concerning, and that's literally attacking truth. This world in this era, they do not like truth. The truth is unheard of, but God has raised up a generation who believes and stands on the truth of God. That's why all these celebrities, nobody cares about them anymore. Literally, y'all, nobody cares, because now God has placed something in specific people about truth. Although Cat Williams came out and told us the tea, we already was seeing it in the spirit realm. God has already ordained this is a time of truth about our foods, the government, just so many different things with these people in upper echelons, these big wiggies people. The truth of everything is out. It's laid out on the table, and it is something in the spirit realm that God has petitioned to happen. It's like the Met Gala just happened and nobody cares. Literally, we looking at them like y'all goofy in the brain. Nobody cares. You got people wearing sand outfits, just weird activity stuff. There is a thickness that has been chomped down literally in the spirit, where people are able to see very clear. The truth is being seen. We no longer have to look super hard or look super deep. Them days is over. We see very clearly now. I can only imagine and can only sense it in the spirit realm through prayer and through supplication, that the longer God delays his coming, the more we are going to experience a lot of obstacles coming up against the word of God and truth, and anybody who is speaking truth. If I would offer any advice, I would tell you to make sure you have a solid foundation in God, his word, that you are unmovable, that you stand on the word of God, the things of God, the integrity of the things of God, because things are going to heighten. The more we progress, the more God delays his coming. Things will progress. The truth, people will come up against the truth, will come up against people who are standing on the truth. Like at this point, it's a movement. Okay, truth is a movement. We do not care about liars, manipulators, the Kim Kardashian clan, what they got on. Nobody cares. That is no longer a thing. And I think people in the upper echelons, the elites, the bigwigs, they know this. That's why they're trying to take away our access to the things of God and truth. So at this point, we are literally in the fight of our lives. We're fighting out of this, okay? Know that we have entered into spiritual war against the enemy and his goblins and goblins. Like, this is no longer a game. We must understand what time it is, what season it is. We know that we don't have to fight, that God goes before us. He fights on our behalf. However, we must realize and be sensitive to the season and the times that we are in. At the end of the day, stand on the word of God. Keep God's promises. Keep speaking truth no matter what, and stand on truth, because that is what God requires of us. He requires of us to stand on his word, to stand on truth, no matter what comes up against us, comes up against the word of God and the truth of God. We must stand firm on that, because we know there will be people who won't stand on that, but we must, the remnant that God has chosen, must do our part. We must stand on the word of God. It's time out for us playing and fulfilling our fleshly desires, what we want, what we need. No, it's time out for that. I'll leave with this. Although they're trying to take certain scriptures, how dare them, the gall, okay? Take certain scriptures away and control what we can say concerning God and the things of God, we still must stand on truth. God will protect us. He will go before us, but understand we must stand on the word of God and not be moved